Am I audible to you? Just let me know. Is the audio video clear? Dow Jones at this point of time is slightly positive. S&P 500, Nasdaq. Still, we need to get the data. So we'll wait for a while, look for the data, and decide which levels are useful for us for today. BTC morning had discussed about resistance zone in crypto community group. BTC is kind of staying below that zone itself. Now, one issue I have here is, if market first, will it break the zone, create a trap, and later move towards the upside, and then maybe after some time it can correct. Like that situation is there. So if it corrects, bigger correction, can it come up to 88,000? That zone, can it come? That is what I'm thinking right now. As of now, this level I've marked, the zone is support 1 and this is support 2 I've considered for Ethereum at this point of time. If market maybe breaks this zone, if it is a trap, then fine. But if it breaks that zone, one small opportunity towards the downside will open. All set to go. Hi sir, good evening. Good evening everyone. Good evening. Hello bro, namaskaram. Namaskaram sir. In the comment section, let me know what is your view about the market. Meanwhile, we will see what is S&P 500 at this point of time. It is slightly positive. Nasdaq, still I have not got the data here, but S&P 500 is slightly 0.46% positive. Sometimes what will happen if US market opens positively also, crypto market at the initial stage, it might go opposite to the market condition and later it will move. Later the sink can happen. So that is why near this buying zone, if market doesn't respect, right, then maybe little bit opportunity towards the downside we can expect. Now what we can do is we can, considering this area as the first resistance, we can split our position into two portions. Like first we can enter 250 quantity, half the quantity, another half 250 we can go once the direction is clear in the market. At this point of time, like I said, opposite market will go, I said, right? So here, if this zone market doesn't respect, little bit downside movement is possible. So how it behaves, things like that we have to see. I'll switch to 1 minute time frame. This zone market is creating a wick. There is a good volume here. This is 1 minute time frame, okay? So here, and since we are trying to do scalping, there might be, first we will try to add half quantity. And then if the movement is strong, quickly we are getting the downside movement, we will hold on, we will add more position. See, now I have entered the trade. Now for this trade, one small stop loss I will consider. I'll place that. Okay, now I'll wait for, let's say, 2 or 3 minutes, 3-4 candles. If I'm getting the momentum again, then little more, again little, another 200 quantity I will add. So that is how I'm planning right now. So 1 minute done. Here this kind was a buyer zone. Here if market reverses, why enter all the position? Let market say I'm bearish. If it says bearish, then little more position I can add. Okay. That is what is the plan right now. Would be great if you do a short post market analysis of Nifty traders breaking down along with crypto live every day. The thing is, the time constraint I have, you see, once this Indian market is done, right? Once usually I don't prefer to trade after 2 o'clock. Once that is done, again what I would have to do is I have to go to the gym, then I have to have a discussion about the other business which I have. About that I have to discuss. All of those things will be there. Once that is done, again a bit of rest, looking at the market only will be a bit annoying. So like that it will be, so little bit 2-3 hours rest if I have only, again little bit with freshness I can look into crypto market. See traders, what I have done right now is, this is a kind of buyer zone, and US market we know it is kind of bullish, right? So slightly bullish it is. Usually what will happen is, when US market is bullish, crypto market, what it would try to do is, it will try to break certain levels and it will go in the opposite direction. Okay, that will happen 50% of the time. So if that is happening, if the support zone is broken, entire position I have not added, only partial position I have added, because here I need to calculate, okay, this is the issue or not. Now you see, along with your market this mood, that's fine. Now what has happened is, my loss is kind of mitigated. Now again one more attempt at a certain level I will try to see if the market will go along with wherever selling pressure is there. First I will add some position. After me adding some position, if the market goes as per the direction, fine. If it doesn't go, if seller is not activating there within the next 5-6 minutes, something like that, then maybe I will not add more positions. But in case seller is entering the market, then I will add more positions. That is the plan by which I am planning to go today. We'll see what happens. The small stop loss, quick reversal, it took the stop loss, that's fine. I'll wait for another seller zone and things like that. This main seller is sitting here. One more selling happened here. So this seller, is he strong or not, I have to see. Meanwhile, global market, if it is kind of in a positive situation, slightly positive only it is right now, right? So I'm kind of going opposite to the trend with the hope that seller will try to hold the market. Now how much this seller has pushed the market towards the downside? It's gone above 618 level also. Now I will see what if market gives a breakout here. Okay, if this breakout, if it is failing, that means there is a chance that this seller will enter again. If he enters, I'm not saying bigger movement will come, but one decent momentum towards the downside can come. Okay, after that only, to a certain extent, US market, crypto market can go in sync is my understanding. So initially here I attempted one bearish trade, it did not happen. Now at this zone, if any rejection comes, this seller is strong, means one bearish setup I will attempt. Sometimes instead of this level, market can reverse from here. What level is this? This zone. Okay, that time at that zone, one attempt I might have to do. So here this is a pullback, market is holding on to the zone too many times. One times it is moved, giving a breakdown, it is trapped. Next time if it breaks, maybe one attempt towards the downside is possible. This zone I will try, at this breakdown bearishness I will try, here bearishness I will try. I have certain zones, in that zone only I'll plan to enter. So here this buying pressure has come. This buyer, if he holds this zone, if buyer holds this zone, fine. If buyer pushes the market little lower than this, once more a bearish setup is what I will try. Once the direction is strong, movement is strong, I will add little more position for the trade. If buyer is holding on to this market, here I will not enter. Correction up to 618 level, market is correct, but this became a tight range. In this range it can be sideways also. Let the buyer give up or something like that. If market goes below the zone, once more one pair is set up, I will try. All set to go. Averaging in Nifty today really helped me to cover losses to decent profit today. Thanks. Today Nifty was a different kind of experience. In recent times, many market condition I have seen, but today Nifty, how is it behaving? Right, it is HDFC Bank, which is heavyweight. That and all is not kind of moving up and pushing the market towards the upside. Only other banking stocks, they're trying to push the market towards the upside nicely. And every time Bank Nifty is coming to buyer zone, the pushing Bank Nifty up, Nifty is moving. Nifty is buying zone, seller zone and all, they're not giving so much importance. So for me, until I think around 10, 20, until then, for me also it was difficult to understand, okay, like this they're trying to this one. That is why at every buyer's seller zone, little bit averaging, little bit position taking, like that is what we tried. Thank you for the updates in Telegram. I traded in Sensex, even I closed. Nifty Sensex movement will be somewhat similar only, right? So here the zone is there in Ethereum. If the zone is buyers here, if they're holding, then looking for bearish doesn't make sense. If market goes below the zone, maybe we can try. In BTC, we will see what it has done. It has moved up to the resistance zone. Again, the stop loss, quick correction. I think market might struggle a bit to break the upper level, this upper level. So as long as that upper level doesn't break in BTC, no need to look for bullish trade is what I'm thinking. Meanwhile, quickly what we will do is we will look into Ethereum liquidity heat map. Here liquidity is kind of not. Sometimes what will happen is people closer to Christmas and things like that, New Year, they might go off on a long vacation, so they might not participate in the market that much, things like that. See, this is kind of a buyer zone. If this buyer, if he wants to enter, he might attempt once to push the market. So that is why here I'm not taking any bearish trade. Now you can say, okay, if this is a buyer zone, you can enter buy trade here, and if it fails again, you can enter sell trade, but little bit multiple trades will happen. That is why I'm thinking. I have purchased access to your private Telegram. Will I be able to access the study material, please? Study material, which study? If you enroll to the course, you get access to the private group, but it is not other way around. What is the advantage of averaging? See, there is nothing advantage in averaging. Basically, most of the time I will not average. Okay, it is not about averaging the usually when it is a profitable trade only, I average the position a bit more. If the movement is strong, more positions I will add, so with more quantity quickly we can achieve whatever target we want, we can achieve. But in a losing trade, adding more position doesn't make sense. Only reason today, where and all there was a selling pressure zone in Bank Nifty, I added bit more positions because of the market condition was there. Nifty is not moving as per how we want, it is going as per the Bank Nifty sentiment. Means I decided, okay, Bank Nifty, whenever it is coming to selling zone, I will add more position. If you see here, I don't know if I go to explain all those things now. If I get opportunity, I will miss out. Let me see. You see here, I think I think this one I had discussed. Seller zone market is not respecting. Seller zone is correctly respecting in Bank Nifty. If you open the chart, you will see. And here I said this is buying zone. Bank Nifty, when it comes to buying zone, Bank Nifty is moving up. Nifty also is moving up. But Nifty, when it is coming to buyer or seller zone, nothing much is happening. So considering, okay, Nifty, this is the buyer zone. If I think about entering, since Bank Nifty is not yet come to buyer zone, additional movement is happening in the market. So that kind of, see again, the zone market is kind of breaking. So here, one small quantity I will add. Now from here, expectation is, if the momentum continues fast quickly, then I will add little more position. Okay, stop loss little bit on top up to the zone I can keep, and target as of now only quick momentum. If it comes, little more position I'll be adding for this trade. Let's see. Your breakdown, people will think about entering, but that's fine. Only if movement as per the direction, little bit movement is coming fast, so I have added little more quantity here for my trade. So hopefully the moment, if it happens, it has to happen quickly now. Now little more quickly movement is happening. Another 200 quantity I will add. So little more loss we will reduce from our end. Now movement is kind of a bit slow, means no need to add more positions. Whatever it is, hold on to that and wait if the seller continues to put the pressure. If he puts the pressure, quickly we can think about booking the profit here and then closing on the trade. So good evening sir, good evening, welcome to the live stream. Breakdown here, breakdown this zone is there. Considering this zone as support, some people might have thought about entering. That's okay. How many of you took this trade along with me? Just let me know. Now moment is a bit fast. So what we will do, little more stop loss we will reduce from our end. Market little more moment, little more moment. That support zone is there. If it thinks about respecting that support, little bit issue can come, but that's fine. And 3. I'll turn off the screen for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Here pressure has to come a bit quickly, traders. See, now pressure is coming. So target little I will change. My stop loss little I will change. Again target little more I will change. So okay, up to this zone, if it comes, fine, booking that profit if I exit. Now this already target to whatever I said, it reached. Okay, so what you can do, you can book the profit also if you want at this zone, how much ever you want. Now for me, this became a kind of a risk-free trade. Now this moment additionally if I get, it is a bonus for me. Okay, Which one? Now, in this case, you can see initially I took the trade. That's what I said at the beginning of the live stream. When if I get the downside movement, I'll wait for 2-3 minutes. If the market continues according to my direction, I will add more position, I said. You see, exactly that is what actually I did in this particular trade, nothing else, right? So we did like that, and once we added more position at the initial stage, when we add less position, of here pressure is coming a bit, little bit, the target and all whatever I gave initially it achieved. Now additional movement is what we can think. Little bit any correction, reversal, anything comes means quickly we can think about exiting the trade. Too much market should not hold on here, traders. It's holding on. Why BTC? BTC, a lot of pressure is coming, and in along with BTC, Ethereum also. I told you right initially, 50% of the time what will happen if BTC if US market is strong, along with that crypto market also not necessary it will be strong. It will create confusion. It will come down. BTC right now is near one buying pressure zone. So okay, I think it will reach the target quickly only. Almost here, almost here. Why so much struggle? Why so much struggle? So much struggle and all is not required. I will reduce. I got my stop loss here. So whatever happens, we'll make 150 something dollars in this trade, or else we will make around 230, 240. How much struggling here? Bank Nifty is kind of near buying pressure zone, traders. That is why will that break that or not, they're thinking. So I'll reduce my stop loss a bit more. This candle's high, it's fine if it touches that also. Because if Bank Nifty near buying zone, if it reverses by too much headache we have to take. Fine, around 200, 216. Done. Okay. In this particular trade, around 16,000 is what we were able to book. So that is about that setup. What happened to you guys? Just let me know. Did you book along with me? I was telling you right next to here this zone can be buying pressure zone. Until then also I wanted to take the target, but that's fine. To a certain extent we have added positions at the right time and we have captured. Book profit, okay. Bank Nifty was very close to that buying pressure zone, right? I'll tell you. Too much correction is happening here. Here somewhere Bank Nifty might tend to kind of give a pullback or reversal. Anything can happen. Pullback it can be, or a reversal. That time simply the position we might have to hold on for too long. That is why what we will do, we'll kind of avoid. Maybe what we can say is the next zone can be here for Bank Nifty. Sorry, BTC. I'm saying Bank Nifty here. So much Nifty and Bank Nifty is running in my head, traders. See now what is happening. Ethereum also one buying zone. I was thinking it's coming to close to that zone, and BTC also is coming close to that buyer zone. So will this buyer at the bottom, this buyer at the bottom who slowly picked up the market towards the upside, will he enter or not? That is what we will wait and see. So near this buying zone, any a reversal setup, bullish setup, whatever we get, we may try to do one attempt. And here what is happening, the bullishness, Nasdaq kind of corrected, S&P 500 is the one which is just holding. This zone is pressure zone. Simultaneously BTC, Ethereum, both I will see. Okay, BTC exactly near buying pressure zone. Now here will a wick form, here or not is what we have to see. Selling pressure is there more, but will this convert to a wick is what we have to see. If market is falling like this, next people will think this bottom only will be the target. Usually to trap them little bit market momentum it can do. Okay, that is why here I'm not thinking of any additional entry or any setup like that. BTC, Ethereum both have gone below the buying pressure zone. Now my idea is to wait for one or two candles and see will the buyers enter, not enter. I will see that. If buyers enter, fine, along with them I will look for bullish trade. If they don't enter, then I will avoid. Yeah, I keep saying Bank Nifty, yeah, because of the habit, trade Nifty, Bank Nifty. I hope this first trade you guys booked. Now we will see here any buying pressure comes or not. Little bit what I will do, I'll go to Ethereum chart in screen number 2 and BTC little bit near buying pressure zone, it is trying to hold traders. Okay, so if buyers enter here, bearish traders might be in a kind of trappy situation. This kind of buying zone, you think if BTC holds here, little bit momentum towards the upside can happen. So first I'll be a bit ready with the position. Here also I'm not going to add more position. If the market direction is as per my view, if it goes, I will enter. If it doesn't go, I will add more positions. If not, small stop loss only in this particular trade I will give off. Okay, so simultaneously we'll be ready with the buy position if this zone market holds. So market is kind of holding this zone, but Ethereum only little bit pressure it is giving. So that's fine. A small quantity only I'm thinking of adding, and then only if I'm getting more movement I will add little more position. In that case, adding one buy position here is not an issue is what I feel. A little bit any Ethereum confirmation if I get, it will be better. Looking at this move little bit, everyone will be bearish, along with them entering bearish trade. At this point of time near this buying zone is not making sense for me. Already that moment we have captured. Here if it holds, we will see buy trade. Okay, it's not holding the buy side. Ethereum also is showing more pressure. Then quickly what I have to do, near the bottom I have to see any buying pressure will come or not. Okay, here it is again holding, but it's broken this zone. little bit. No problem. I feel if it holds here, wrapping only is happening right now. Liquidation sweep, if it happens below, that's fine. If that is the case here, buy trade, I will not enter. Let's see BTC. If I see liquidation heat map, here 187,620, only this zone's little bit buyers are sitting and sellers are sitting here. So liquidity is here, liquidity is there on top. So after trapping a bit, like you said, a little more, it can move and then move towards the upside. If that is the case in this zone, for me entry did not trigger, I did not enter. So at the lower end, again, if I get buy position, I will enter. Or if market holds on to this zone, see where is the liquidity here. Liquidity is saying around 87,620. Whereas market come close to 87,680, somewhat it has come. After that, if there is no liquidity, what is the point of market moving down? Little bit it can move. So that time what will happen if I have taken only 200 quantity, something like that? So much loss I will not book if I enter a buy trade here. Okay. So that is what I'm thinking. If I get a strong bullishness above this zone, I'll think about it, but it's not giving that. So next liquidity, you see here, what is there? 87,620, and here also little bit volume is there, 87,200. That zone and all is, we have 87,200 here. Up to this zone, if it's planning to come also, let it come. Either here reversal I will see, or here reversal I will see. Ethereum only little bit bearishness it is creating sentiment. That is okay. If Sol also, I will see if it's coming to any buying pressure zone or anything as such. Sol is exactly, even that is near buying pressure zone. See, now main problem what I have, market is moving down. Buying pressure zone is here, somewhere here. And for, what is that? Ethereum also, buying pressure zone is here. Market is not able to go above the buying pressure zone, means this profit after booking, we will wait. Here one more reversal setup. Like that if we get, maybe we can consider. Okay, or else little lower also let Ethereum go. I think Ethereum, if I see liquidity, ETH, here nowhere other liquidity area, nothing I can see. If it's going to be strongly bearish or things like that, that one already happened on Friday, right? Friday, if you remember, there was a good momentum towards the downside, exactly the top level we identified, but bigger profits we were not able to make in that trade because that risk reward next buying zone came. I decided to exit, like that situation happened. Now here we will see. Okay, this zone is down. If liquidity sweep is happening, BTC, after this zone and all, no other liquidation is there. So a pullback or reversal, something we can get. This breakdown. Breakdown will attract people to take bearish trade. Now maybe one thing what we can do, I'm thinking right now is, we'll mark the Fibonacci levels and keep. Okay. Now idea what I'm having at this point of time, if market keeps moving down, let it move. But at some point of time, if it goes about 236 level, something like that of Fibonacci, then maybe one opportunity towards the upside we can try. Here breakdown, no other liquidity in the market. Random bearish traders, market will trap, I feel, at this point of time. but this is not an exact area for me to take entry. That's the problem. See, almost all the liquidity is gone here. All the liquidity is gone. For up to that zone, will it go or not? Is this one only. About 236 level market is sustaining. So what we will do, this candle, another 5 seconds is there. We'll be ready with buy position. If buyers show some interest, we will enter here. If buyer don't show interest, then no entry. Seems like little bit buyer is showing interest. We'll be ready with the buy position. Okay, it's kind of holding. I'll place a buy order here, only 200 quantity. Once the direction is confirmed, market movement is going as per the Viewmans, little more quantity on the buy side I will add, or else no need to give bigger stop loss for this trade. One reasonable stop loss we will decide and we will place it. For 200 quantity, 160. It's holding. No, it's correcting, right? So again, one bullish moment, if it gives, if market sustains, then we will add little more position and reduce the stop loss, or else no need to add also positions. We have to, it can test 618 if it's moving up. 618 level it can test, but first it has to come out of this zone. Maximum 1 or 2, 1, 2, 3 candles I will see. If movement is not coming as per my expectation, I will not kind of hold this trade. Copy little bit. Let's come to cost. Now here taking more risk doesn't make sense to keep. Now you see indecision is kind of happening in this zone, means no need to add more positions. We'll just observe. If it's taking the stop loss, I'll give it. If bullishness is coming, then I will add. Another 1 or 2 candles I will wait. It was kind of slow. See, I've taken the trade here only. So if market is very bullish and it is kind of removed all the weak players, again for liquidity or to remove random people, it has to move towards the upside. Why is it holding that much? If it is holding that much, that means still decision is happening. In that case, why add more position? No need to add. I'll wait, I'll observe. If I get the moment, fine, I'll add more positions. If not, I will just ignore this setup. Time is 8:40. 8:40, too much, sir. It's not sustaining. If it's not sustaining, what I will do, this bottom level and all, here pressure on the bearish side only is coming a bit more. So in this position, quantity is less only. for a pullback. Selling side little bit more pressure is coming compared to buying side. Somewhere here only is my stop loss. What about Soul is respected buyer zone. ATH also lower level, it has cleared everything. No issue. What is happening is the candle size. Candle is only close to 600 700 points movement already here. So if I'm adding position loss also, how much I will take for the particular trade for more quantity, it will be more only. So overall here buyer's activation is there. ETH has little more space also to move down and then reverse. Now you see market has corrected so much. Here I'm not averaging the positions or doing anything as such, thinking okay, if market moves here also this negativeness will become positive. No, not like that. Here there was an attempt on the bullish side. If buyers enter, they will push. If that only is not working, it's not going as per my view, adding more position doesn't make sense. If it's going as per my direction, then I will add. Not right now. This can be the final make or break zone. A little bit near below make or break zone also, it has come off down. Today SL rated 930 strategy. I think 26,100 put option, it had gone up to 205. See, in that since I've also taken the trade as per 930 strategy today. I can give you example. Today 26,100 put option was there. Okay, that I think gave entry, if I'm not wrong, and it was sustaining above 180 zone, and it went up to 205 or 206. Okay, at what time it went up to 206? Exactly near 945. So as per the strategy, as per the strategy, from 930 to 945 is safe traders exit point, right? At that point of time, safe traders should have booked the profit. Then who is holding the trade? Who's holding the trade will be that person who will bring the stop loss from 160 to 180 and then hold the trade quickly. If market reversed and hit 180 also, fine, you wouldn't have made bigger loss. But after 945, if your stop loss of 160 got hit, then you did not do the risk management properly. Okay, that is what it is about that trade. I can give you clear explanation like this. Only it happened because I also participated in that trade. I took Nifty 16th December 26 100 put. Even I took one You please go and check Nifty chart. Okay, that is what would have happened. It would have gone up to 205. Nowhere it went to 160. First it went to 205 and later only it reversed. At what time it reached to 205? At 9:45. At 9:45, from 180, if it's gone to 205, what is it? It is 25 points. When it had given 25 points profit at 9:45, as per the rule, what you have to do? You have to get the stop loss to cost. If you're person who's ready to take the risk. If you're not ready to take the risk, you should have booked the 25 points profit and exited. At 9:45, it gave some profit, sir. That is what I'm saying. It went up to 205 or 206. So at least 1:1 if it has given. 9:45 if you are not confident. You could have exited or got the stop loss to cost. That's all. Now traders selling only is happening. Sell on rise. Here adding less quantity was fine. In thinking of the buyers. 1 second. Nasdaq is strongly bearish. Nasdaq is strongly bearish means what can happen next in Nasdaq? That we will decide. Think and decide what can happen. Just give me a minute. I'll look into it. In Nasdaq, maybe this previous day level should have acted as a supporting zone. It did not act. And here and all, if it gives a breakdown, everyone will enter. Maybe after some time it can give a pullback. Until then, BTC also might be holding. Liquidity is not there. Where are you going? BTC. Almost all the liquidity grab it is done. This and all is very less volume. Not necessary everything it will take. This happened on Friday. Similar kind of momentum. Maybe market is removing all the weak players, all the liquidity it is taking out, and maybe it is getting prepared for upside move. But for that, US market also has to support. If it doesn't support, little bit issues can come. Now little higher time frame analysis I will do and see. I'm looking at the market a little bit on a higher time frame to understand what it is trying to do. So if no buyer zone and all, it is broken only. Ethereum, BTC, everything. Buyers have given up. Now if I have to enter, little bit difficult only. We will not get proper entry point. Timing the bottom is a little bit difficult situation. All the liquidity is taken out. 300 points. Now Ethereum, what I can see is this trend line One trend line is there. This trend line, market is trying to stay below that zone itself. Okay. If that is the case, and here as long as this is a falling wedge kind of thing, you can see big fall and then it's becoming a bit narrow. After fall, a momentum towards the upside should happen. As long as it is trading below this trend line, why to take is what I'm thinking. Here for me to take sell trade, there is no logic. Okay. First thing is liquidity to a certain extent market has taken out. Second logic is market has given a breakdown, right? This breakdown has attracted people to take bearish trade. People will take bearish trade. When many people are taking bearish trade, then what might happen is their stop loss will be on top. To hunt the stop loss, if market gives a moment, simply unnecessary problem we will get into. So maybe what we can next to psychological level we will see. Will it hold the psychological level? So in this case, usually if market has space to move up to this zone, timing the market is a bit difficult, means little bit selling options might be a better idea, but too much about selling I have not spoken in this one. This BOJ. Maybe it is reflecting in markets now. Bank of Japan, what is happening? We'll see what and all upcoming. Fed Williams speech is there. That's there around 9 o'clock. So market will give importance to that. What else was there? Discussion, this one. For this, at least market might tend to react. So anyone is having a track of that. So now giving breakdown. As long as this is staying within this range, where to take bullish trade. Why can't we focus on sell on raise? We can do it, but like I said, there is no liquidity at the bottom, right? You see the liquidity heat map. See, now suddenly some news comes, you think. Here you see all the liquidity market has taken out. So if in market there's no liquidity also, if the movement is happening, it might happen a bit slow. Some news is coming out around 8 o'clock. Who's that? Fed William? He is going to speak. William is going to speak. That time, based on that, any reaction or something can happen in the market. Means before any event market is correcting, means we can't take it as price action or any setup. So did you work on any other strategy? Actually, this last weekend I was working on one interesting strategy, but for me it was not giving the results I want. So I thought, okay, for this little more adjustment, little more proper setup, my idea is with minimal adjustment we have to take positions. So now in this current market situation, the strategy which I was following before is requiring 2-3 adjustments. Okay, I felt okay, that is not needed, let me think about a different kind of thing. So that strategy, when I get it ready, I will share. As of now, 9:30 strategy only is working very good. That is what people are saying. That is what my spouse also is saying. She's using that. So you guys tell me. No liquidity correction. Let's say I look at the market on 1 hour time frame. On 1 hour time frame, this last 1 hour it is strongly broken a zone. Okay, after breaking 2910, 2900 or 910, you can consider this zone. That is the next supporting area for the market. Will market go up to that zone? That is some sudden spike towards the upside. If it comes, it's a problem, traders. That's why I'm not thinking of entering any trade at this point of time. If I take sell on rise, also proper rising level I have to have. And this moment is somewhat like Friday only, strong selling. So that also I'm not having belief. Sir, 14 days paper trade, 9.5k profit in the TM strategy. Any reason for the sudden fall? I'm not sure, traders. I'm not sure. If any news or have come anything, I'm not sure. But based on price action, buyers have given up. Market has quickly corrected. Here I was telling, right, this seller, if he's strong, he will push the market down. Like that only they have pushed. That is a good sign. But again, a pullback like that situation, if we get only, it is better to look for bearish trade. See, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this. Market continuously it keeps falling and the range becomes narrow. It gives a breakout retest, shows continuation, means it might move up to 50%. You see here market is moving in a narrow range. Okay, and now let's say it gives a breakout retest, shows continuation up to 50%, 3080 or 3100, up to that zone it can move up. Those things and all are something I'm looking at, but exactly this is the bottom, like this I'm not able to judge right now. Ethereum is like this. What about BTC? BTC also kind of holding after the breakdown. Now is there any support zone for BTC? Let me check. Previously buyers had entered the market, but for BTC I feel 85,990. So 85,009, 85, it's too far. So 85,990, or you consider 86,000. This only is acting as the next zone for BTC. If it moves continuously lower, This can be the next pressure zone where buyers can try to get activated. So you just mark the zone and keep traders. Why I say this is because let's say our live is over, market has come here. Randomly, if you have taken bearish trade at this zone, something you have to be careful. From here, if market is not reversing, if it's moving down, here you have to be a bit careful. So we use Fibonacci level, so CPR, pivot points, all of these indicate the range bound. The range bound, it is giving a breakout. How much to trust this breakout? Ethereum is little below the buyer zone only. BTC no. When situation is looking like 50-50, I think we have to keep quiet. That's what I feel. Situation right now is looking at like 50-50 from this zone. Will it sustain or not? Of course, sudden movement up to this zone, if it gives, it will be a good thing only. How much? Close to 600, 660 points it might give. But chance is looking like 50-50 right now. Ethereum, see, it gave a breakout retest. Now if it tries to move up, it can move, but movement is very slow. What I can do, zone, sustains any above zone means we can see. Now it's not showing any. It's holding the zone against the sentiment we are going, but if I get the entry, I will take. Here also any bullishness means, or else simply this is not. $87,100. How much points is this? Around 12 points. Range bound situation, no big movement. Nothing. Bullish setup only, it's forming, but sellers are kind of trying to hold. Buyers are not showing any pressure. This zone, if it doesn't break, what I was thinking was symmetric range, breakout, retest. From here up to this zone, can it move? Possibility is there, is what I was thinking. And from here, if the buyers are strong, they're trying to hold the bottom, means buy on dip situation can come. But buyers are not showing any activity only here. BTC also I told no, 86,000, 85,000, 950, 960. That zone, if it comes there, buyers are showing some they're a bit active means fine. That also is not happening. long as Bank Nifty doesn't go. Say Tangala Saravana Reddy. Hello sir, welcome. Hi, welcome to live stream. So questioning you to please make a video how to plot buyer zone, seller zone. We can use Fibonacci level, CPR, those kind of things and all. Also it's not breaking. Also it's not. Any attractive setup, nothing I'm finding, traders. Simply if I take any entry, it will be kind of random. Here so much fall it is there, means why take bullish trade here. Momentum can come, but this is 50-50 setup. That too selling pressure comes, means it will come more quickly only. No. Later, let's say this market comes here. $3,001 level is there. See, 3,001 psychological level is there. Market is kind of holding that zone. So if it's not holding that zone, if it's giving a breakdown above that zone, then maybe bearish is what we can try, as I'm thinking. So it's going below. I've sold here. Now for this trade, too much pressure I can't take. So what I will do, I've entered the position, some quantity, and I think I can keep the target up to here, but more position adding situation. Oh, stop. Target is now. So the zone pressure. BTC little bit it is going to reach 86,000 range, like that it is showing. So along with that, this also can fall. So little more position I have added, and psychological level is broken. So okay, fine. Here some little profit, something we can make out of this means situation. Below 3,000 it has gone, and BTC can go up to 86,000 as a support. All of these things can support this one momentum towards the downside. Risk is also kind of small. Selling pressure is there. Let it go below the zone. Again, little more, another 200 quantity I will add. If it doesn't go, I will not add. I'm coming back to 3,000. BTC, I'm looking at it on a 5 minutes time frame. 1 minute I have to see. BTC little bit have chance of moving another 600 to 700 points. Okay. So if that is the case, here another. So I've increased my quantity to 600. So no movement has to come, means it has to come quickly. Stop loss to a certain extent from my end I've kind of reduced. Now here down, breakdown, little bit movement to trap people, that and all can happen. But from my end, if I've reduced the risk, that's all matters for me now. Just like scalper, I'm thinking and I'm just holding on to the trade by reducing the risk, adding more positions when market is going as per the direction. Apart from that, nothing else I'm doing. So one idea is 3000 is the range. That zone, it is broken. BTC has little more space of moving another 800 points. Based on that, if it moves, fine. Or else the small stop loss. Okay, look, SL. Done. BTC, is it giving a pullback? Sorry, BTC. BTC is come to the zone. Zone is here only for BTC. This is what I'm thinking. Another 700 points movement is pending in BTC. So that was the case here. 100 points, 500 points, 700 points. I can't. Again, 995. Fine. Market is moving too slow right now. Simply and but BTC has chance of moving little more lower. Along with that, this also can move. That's what I was thinking about. But reduce the stop loss around $19 something. Only I made loss in this trade. Fine, traders. Little bit market is not moving in any direction. It is a bit choppy only. We will see. Sell zone again. It's going above 3000. This one, it has to range bound. It is. What if it goes below this? It has space. It was like going below this, so only I took an Ethereum. It's creating drama. Last. No need. As of now, what I will decide is I will wait for some more time. Again, if I'm getting the setup what I want, right? Let's say BTC, let it come here. If it's coming here, then this is kind of buying zone. We'll look for opportunity. As of now, if BTC moves up also again here, any correction, anything as such comes, means looking for bullish trade also is not making sense. So little bit range bound market is, why to a certain extent, let's avoid that. So in today's case, little bit what you can observe is we are taking a position. If market is going as per the direction, we are adding some more position. If market is very slow or things like that, we are reducing the stop loss and kind of closing. This I used to do in the Indian market also when I was scalping. Now I try to wait for bigger trend and all those things. If we waited for bigger trend also as per the setup. Where is this? This momentum, what happened in the market around 8 o'clock, I said, right, if this zone market breaks, buyers are given up, market can move towards the downside. Based on that only I took the trade. Up to this zone, expectation was there, buyers here, they will push the market towards the upside, like that I thought, but buyers did not enter. Only this moment I was able to capture. Rest, again, everything is becoming a bit choppy. Buyers are not showing interest, things like that. Now if they're showing interest also, I'm not interested. That is what it is. At least any proper buying zone, if it comes, fine. Here I'm not knowing what is the logic. Is it forming a W pattern? Based on that it is moving up, means somewhat interest I'm not having in this trade. I'll wait later point of time. I will see if I get any interesting setup. But I feel correction or downside movement in the market is limited. Upside momentum possibility is kind of high. This is how I'm looking at the market. So that is why small opportunity only on the bearish side I tried by reducing the stop loss. We'll see later point of time. If I get any interesting setup, I will share. As of now, no interest to take one more trade. All right, traders, take care. Bye bye. For the update, I'll share in the crypto community group. If you would like to learn my crypto strategy, you can open account with Delta Exchange. The link is there in the pinned comment. Once you open account, send a WhatsApp message to the number that you're seeing on the screen. My team will guide you as to how to join the group. Okay. All right, traders. Thank you for participating. I'll see you later.